Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Howler for an hour. It's me, Nikki the Nekomodox, back again for one of my occasional little stream outings. I decided to play this game because it's rather fitting that I do, and we also checked out the demo. I took a look at it myself. This is Schrodinger's cat burglar, and yes, I probably said that word wrong. Sue me. Portal with cats. Become entangled in a quantum puzzle adventure. Mittens gains the incredible power to be in two places at once. Explore twisted test chambers. Make mischief. And evade capture by a whisker. This is a 3D adventure puzzle game with adorable characters, lovely animation, very clever puzzles that do involve quantum physics, basically. Such as the title might suggest. This is a very clever, punny title, but it also applies very well to the gameplay. It's very family-friendly as well. Very much what I would call an all-ages game. You can play this with your kid. This actually does have co-op, but you can also play it single-player as well, with two analog sticks independently operating the two cats. Oh yes, there will be two cats. But also there's only one cat. You'll understand. Let's go ahead and start up, though. I'll let the game explain itself. It does have a story. Before we begin, if you like the video, think about giving us a like, maybe subscribing if you enjoy our channel. Maybe if you'd like to come over to Twitch and watch this content live, think about doing that as well. You might catch me if you're lucky. Whether you want to lurk or talk, you are certainly welcome to be here, though if I'm here, feel free to chat me up. It's nice to see the attention. I appreciate it. But thank you everyone who has been chatting today so far. It's nice to see you all. We also have a pretty neat little Discord community if you want to hang out with us over there. We have a coffee link if you'd like to help us monetize what we do here, and I'd appreciate if you consider it. We honestly could use every little bit. Though if you can't support, we understand. But if you can, thanks for helping us keep the lights on. We also have a pretty cool little merch store as well. I don't believe I have any merch there. I should change that at some point. But check that out too if you're interested. The links are all in the description for your viewing pleasure. But now for your current viewing pleasure, let's go ahead and have me play a game. We'll begin an adventure. And I believe we'll start with a fresh save despite our demo play, which is ideal. Time, 13 minutes after midnight. Location, outskirts of the city. You know, the city, in the place, in the state, in the city, in the country, in the world. Infiltrate the Flagartic John Plumbing and Data Processing Facility. Coast is clear, Chief. Objective, still incriminating evidence from computer network. Yes, we're a hacker cat in this game. Who we work for, I'm not exactly sure. Unfortunately, dog. Status, pear-shaped. Yes, our hedgy operator. I don't know how good of a hacker cat we are, but we weren't very observant. Very Sly Cooper vibes. It does have some of that. Susan, this is Mittens. Can you hear me, Susan? Loud and clear, Mittens. What's the situation? The heist was going perfectly. Then bam! I was ambushed by some kind of robot dog. Eep! And now I'm here, wherever that is. What's the intel of my current location, Susan? Susan is busy. She will find out. She's very dependable. Best I can give you is depth. Your sensors were rattled in the fall, but they seem confident that you're 17 below ground. 17 watts? Meters? Can't say. The landing impact reset the unit calibration. Might be inches, might be miles. So what's the plan now, Susan? The anonymous tip-off said there's something evil afoot. Seems they weren't kidding. You've already hacked some intel, but it's encrypted. I'll need time to crack it. You're not equipped for this kind of infiltration mission. All you have is your paws and your wits. I think its best approach now is to escape. Get out of there, head back to HQ, and come back better equipped. An idea on how to escape? I'll need you to perform a recce? I've never seen that word before. Of the area and report back. Well, looks like it's time to explore. Mittens out. You know, this game, I have fur quality to ultra. Okay, any of us, anyone who ever judges our computer for being a middle-range computer and then not being able to run some stuff for streams, this game is well designed, well optimized. We have ultra fur settings and we're doing just fine. So developers, if we can't run your game, that's your fault. Look at this game as an example. Okay, I will judge one thing. The very start of the game, I can clip through... At the very start of the game, I am clipping through this texture. That's not the best visual look for the start of the game, but that's alright, whatever. It's still an optimized game. So, let's consider our buttons. First off, we have moving. So, first off, one thing I absolutely adore about this game. The devs put so much effort into Mittens animations. In fact, they even had a little short they made where they asked people what animations they wanted Mittens to have. And one of them was... Let's see here. That's not the one. That is very cute, though. It was... Yes, of course. It was Loaf. So, they asked the audience... Hey, what emotes would you guys like? And one very popular one was Mittens needs a loaf. They did a laydown that was not a loaf, and everyone was like, "That's not a loaf. You did it wrong." And they were like, "Sorry, we'll do it right this time." And they did it right, as you can tell. This is correct. Previously, the posture was paws out. It was more of a splay or a sploot, you could say. Now it's a loaf. Now it's proper. But you have to get that right. It's very important. Let's take a look at our emote options. This is the most important thing. Yes, pat. Mittens needs someone to help with pats. But self pats will do for now. This is a dangerous situation. Oh, I don't like that one at all. That one is... Let's never do that one again. Okay, that's appropriate. Appropriately inappropriate. Cats don't care what you think. Oh, biscuits. Ah, excellent. Oh, they repurposed... So this was the loaf that wasn't a good loaf, by the way. This is the loaf they repurposed. I guess they repurposed this for this one. That's fine. You can quick cycle emotes by holding down the emote button and dialing through them. What do you mean, dialing? Okay, I will hold down the emote button, and then I'll go get a rotary phone, and I'll start pressing the numbers on it, and we'll go through the emotes. Alright? Dialing. Oh, angry. Jamming out. It's a music icon. That is quite a pose. Ah, they always turn towards the camera a certain angle. Interesting. That emote is forced into a certain angle. And then lay. Hold the emote button select, but don't let go. Select, but don't let go of the emote button. What? You make no sense. I'd like you to know that. Oh wait, I play on keyboard. Ah yes, that would make a difference, wouldn't it now? Yes, I can hold the stick to the emote to play it. He apparently on keyboard, there's some way Hedgehog can just instant play emotes or cycle through them very quickly. I don't know. In this, I'm using the analog stick, so Sphinxing, that's the word for it, thank you. I forgot the word for it. This is sphinxing. The angry emote just turns the cat a bit to the left. Yes, it will always be in a particular... I can... Oh, wait, there we are. Unless you trick it, and now it's not turning the cat. Oh, I see, it's always to the left, so... No, actually, I don't know, I've changed how it works now. It's forcing into particular angles, I've noticed. Interesting. Anyways, outside of that, yes, move towards with movement. Ah, yes, there's contextual jumping. Think how Link jumps ledges in 3D games. Oh, how are we running, by the way? The preview just went a little weird. Actually, wait, I think I can actually paw those off. Getting much worse. Weird. I move slightly south, and... Alright, we'll lower a few things, then. I fear that fur quality cannot be at ultra. Let's try medium. Cutscene, full quality. Yeah, sure, it should be fine for there. I think. If we kill the death of field effect, that'll help. Oh, it's the physics. I knocked everything off the... Yeah, that could have been my fault, I suppose. But yeah, we'll turn things down a bit. Texture streaming. I don't know what's better there. Let's reduce the particle density. That'll help immensely. Fog. I don't really need that. It's death fog, so... let's try that. Okay, so much for my great optimization statement. I wasn't bad until I moved south, at least, but... LB, jump prepare. Oh yeah, that's right. You can prepare a jump, which puts Mittens into a pretty cute pose. Let's see. I do believe I have other buttons. Well, obviously, I found the... Yes. Ah, that's fun. If I click the trigger... Yeah. If I hold the trigger... Where? Still buffering, just you try refreshing. Yes, refresh. If you need to. Anyways, we don't actually have buttons like jumping. We have contextual jumping. If I approach something jumpable, we can go up and down it. And unfortunately, they really should have a swipe button. Also, Mittens' body language tells you what you can do. Like, this body language means she can jump back off the table. Unfortunately, there's no bapping animation. No bapping I can play, so I can't bap objects off the table, but I can still remove them, and that's what's important. There, much better. Nice clean table. Straight style movement. Yeah, you can put it that way. LT-RT bind a panel handle. Ah, so meowing button also does actions. Pull panel out of wall. Is that money? Free money. Wow, we have a lot of strength, actually. Flagrante bucks. That's the company we're in. Oh, it's good. It's a corporate currency. Lovely. Those hitches are not just you, by the way. I saw it as well. Guess it's just loading. What's this? Read more? Ah, I see. So, LBRB, to try to jump and release a jump. This is the only way to jump up to overhanging ledges. I see. I see. We have a synopsis. This mission has gone awry. A message from an anonymous whistleblower has alerted our heroes to the mysterious goings-on at the Flagrante Johann Plumbing and Data Processing Facility. Mid-infiltration, Mittens was abducted by a robot hound, AK-4. Everything went dark, and she awoke in this mysterious place. Support Hedgehog Lazy Susan is helping where she can, but it's up to Mittens to explore and find a way out. By the way, Lazy Susan is an amazing little name. If you aren't aware, a Lazy Susan is also a piece of furniture. I think it's like a love seat or something. Big. Now notice I can't open this. I need another cat. There are 2 handles here. And this door has a force field. So we can only go to the right. There's some stuff above us too, but we can't get to it yet. Wait, hold on. I made a mistake. There, now things are correct. Now let's see. Let's see. Change target. Right, I see. No, Hideko just knows this game really well. Let's see. Well, we did play the demo. It was some time ago, so I have to relearn everything. So this is a situation where there's an overhanging ledge, and this is why we charge the jump. And yes, of course I can make that jump. I'm a cat. Let's do a little happy dance since we got some money. There. You always need another cat, by the way. But yes, part of the puzzle solving is, okay, where can I go? Like, what position do I need to be in to jump down here? I do kind of wish there was just a jump button, but it services the puzzles, I believe. By the way, I'd like to note that the meow actually properly echoes depending on the environment. This is a very large metal place, so it echoes more. Yeah, there's some cinematic effects to this game too, like this fan. I don't know what the money's used for. Okay, I don't believe the demo even went into that. Construction site. Elevator access restricted. So hold me. Oh, I see. Can also use. I see. Meow at will. Meow at will. What a way to put it. Oh, I got money through the fence. Oh, a cat. Of some sort. A void cat, even. People's just leaving money on the ground. Must not be worth that much, then. It's like leaving a quarter on the floor. Dual event acclimatization. Access restricted. access requires simultaneous button press interaction. Once again, I need another cat. Let's see, where can I... Ah, I see. Wait, can I really do that jump? I got a weird little prompt for a second there, hold on. I don't think that's a jump I'm supposed to be able to do, but if it gives me the context for it, I probably can pull it off. Let's see. Yes, I know I can go around. I just want to see if it lets me do this. Let's find out. What even got that prompt in the first place? It's there. There it is. Hold on. There's a pixel. Not quite. Oh. What a strange interaction. Alright, well... That tells me something, actually. It tells me that the jumping contextual action thing, it's not developer designed. Not entirely. The developer marked where you can jump to and where you can jump to. But there's definitely more organic situations where a jump is possible that the developer clearly didn't actually intend. Let's see. You know this is a good game when they give you plenty of ways to knock objects off of things. They understand the cat aspect of the game. This isn't just a game with a cat, it is a cat game. Let's see. Am I supposed to go higher? No, I think I need to go over here. So many objects, so little time. I think this cat became an intangible object. No, there it is. I got it. At the end. You're leaving nothing up on high, huh? A few things, actually. I've been a little sloppy. But the majority has been knocked down. By the way, can we note that this music is surprisingly good? Like, this cute little cat espionage game could have very silly music, honestly. But instead, they've given us a proper Metal Gear Solid soundtrack, if you've noticed. Like, put this in a Metal Gear Solid game, nobody would question it. Even has little orchestrated bits, which is quite dramatic. I like it, though. I like the drama. Because for Mittens, this is a very serious mission, even if the game is family-friendly and all. Alright, that'll do. If it was forced to knock over everything, the cat wouldn't do it. Exactly. I'll do it until it becomes boring. Let's see, is there anything over here? No, this just leads around. Though it is a shortcut of sorts. Can we appreciate Mittens' little walk? Before she starts running, that is. The little trot. Also that tail raise. She may be on a dangerous espionage mission, but she seems to be having a good time. She seems happy. That tell seems to indicate. Or at least excited. Very trotty. Transit tubes. You can ride the facility's many wonderful transit tubes. Simply jump in. Safe, I'm sure. The mouse hides until the coast is clear, but if you can get above the mouse... Well, if you can get above the mouse... Microchips. Data chips. So little robot mice we have to deal with. Which of course is fun. About a minute. I believe that'll make them come back out. Ah, cosmetics is the reason. That makes sense. By the way, if you step in the ink... I can leave my mark anywhere I want. Up to a point, then it wears off. Let's see. Well, you should get all the cosmetics. Why not? Susan, this place seems to be some kind of testing facility. Golly, what are they testing? I have no idea. We'll keep exploring. Try to find a way to exfiltrate. Exfiltrate! That's the opposite of infiltrate. I feel like you just made that up. It's definitely a word. I read it somewhere. It's a word. Infiltration's more fun, though. Especially if it's my mouth. Oh, you can't jump on the chair. That funny lamp is a checkpoint. Yes. Did I miss any chips? They kind of go flying when you pounce a mouse. No, it looks like I got them all. I made quite a mess. Now, Replica Trust Service please register this checkpoint. Yes. It's underneath this daytime lamp for a short... I think a short nap, it said. We are solar powered. Let's recharge. Wait, actually. Can I not hop up there? Alright, fine. Not because I had a reason to, but because I wanted to. It was an uppies, and I wanted it. Up the uppies. Trip switches connect by wires, other systems in the level. Switches of a padlock will stay tripped, while those of a tick will reset. Notice the pressure pad takes a moment. Thank you for participating in this experiment. You agreed to waive your rights to pursue legal action. It's Flogray Johan in the event of a cataclysmic existential paradox. Best of luck. As you do. Base competence. Please use your problem-solving skills to progress. 3D printers will create a variety of items at the touch of a button. Only one item can exist per printer at a time. So if I try to make another, it disappears. It's a wait, as you might expect. Anti-Tucker, solar-powered kitty. You've overcome an obstacle. Please take a piggy bank as a reward. I'll take what's inside of it, thank you very much. State indicator observation. The cat head indicator at the top of the corner shows the current state of the cat. That one. Error cat detected. No cats allowed. Observed and unobserved. It's an important note, as you might imagine. There we are. I should also note, Mittens has a nice little effect on their eyes, you may notice. In certain types of lighting, you can see their eyes normally. But in other types of, notably in darkness, of course, their eyes will actually gain a sheen. Do you see that? You can see it here briefly in this exact lighting. That's because of the reflective qualities of a cat's eyes. You know, the seen in the dark thing. It's actually quite accurate. Vents are always huge in games and movies. We're a cat. It's going to be a little bit bigger for us. Well, house cats are, at least. Wouldn't be that big for a tiger, obviously. Batteries. Insert or remove battery. If green, charged. If not, not. But yes, this is a puzzle game, like I stated. You're seeing, we're getting introduced to the elements, as you notice. Ink. And this is... trash. Trash means money, ink means ink. I believe the ink matters, by the way. I believe there's certain things that will... Yes, here we are. I'm sorry, I just realized that I could just hang on this lever. Good. Well, this is a little Roomba. Off we go. Put ink on the ground. I know. I'm having fun. As you see, I believe the Roomba can return to its home as well. I'm not sure, though. I believe we need it to navigate to a secret or something. I can go through the left door, of course. Ah, right, the ink. I didn't think about that, actually. Good point. Oh, we didn't finish cleaning because I distracted with footprints. We might need a second cat, but I just wanted to see if it returned to its home. If so, I could go through that door. It came from there, if you recall. Then again, I guess it can't unless I pull the lever, huh? Let's move on. Elevator access. Another elevator. Let's see then. Passkey required. Speak to staff and security. They will issue you a passkey. Bite on the panel handle. Drag. Stop biting. Yes. Yes, we can move that to get it over there. Oh no, I destroyed the photo. I hope you saw that. Tap to hack faster. Move away to stop hacking. Open Codex 3 documents. Flex those paws. Remember, the faster you type on the keyboard, the better hacking you're doing. Too many physics objects, isn't there? How bad is it? It's definitely physics objects, isn't it? Just seeing something. There doesn't seem to be anything related to physics here that I can adjust, I mean. Just cut down particles a bit. It's fine. Oh, there was the option. Good. Oh. I can't move that stuff. To be fair, if I moved all that stuff, it'd only get worse. Alright, let's hack. The faster you do it, the better you are. Look at this cat animation, by the way. Aha! Hacking that computer just turned up some juicy intel. I've added to the codex. Press the menu button to have a read when you have a fancy. Let's see. Mysterious events. Here's the anonymous tip we got. I'm reaching out to you in desperation. To keep my identity secret, I can't say any more than this. Investigate the flagrante Johan Plumbing and data processing facility on the outskirts of the city. Get into their computer systems and find all the data you can. There's something evil afoot. Please help a friend. Hey, they said this, like, only, like, 25 minutes before we showed up. We responded quickly to that. I guess it was on a different day. Say it like Johan. Whatever. Or I could say it the way I want to say it. Test subject processing. Wi-Fi extended mice. Which idiot thought proximity-sensitive robotic mice toys would be suitable Wi-Fi extenders? Every time I want to tweak the settings, I have to literally jump on them. Like a mad person, from my desk. Even though I often get trampled to bits underfoot. I'm all for cost-cutting, but I think in this situation, upgrade would be wiser than these flea circus automata. Also, look at this uptight lady here. Then we have all these help stuff, which we've already read this. Thank you. There we are. Love the squeaky toy. Yes. Susan is just a squeaky toy, basically. Not everything needs to be a physics object. Ah, yeah, but that's the rub, though, because if less things was a physics objects, then that would also mean less... That also would mean less things to knock off of shells. It's sort of a catch-22. There's a mouse there. Let's see. So it's very much the center of this room that seems to be the... I think the problem here, everyone, is that these filing cabinets on the left, while I cannot actually knock everything off of them, I believe all those objects are technically physics objects, as in they're individual and they're able to be moved, even if I can't move them currently. That's the reason that we're experiencing this much lag. much like Schrodinger's cat, if an object is not in movement, but it could be in movement, then is it in movement? That's the logic here. The physics objects could be moving, thus it's lagging like it is moving. It's another conundrum of sorts, I suppose. They could do to have, I don't know what it's called. Some video games can make a physics object turn into a static object until they're next interacted with. That's what this game should be using. If this game wants to have a lot of physics objects, then the moment they stop moving, they should technically default to a static object until next touched, at which point they can update to a physics object again. That would probably help the lag in situations like these. Something the devs could consider. Make it a dynamic object, thus it's only a physics object when it needs to be. That would help a lot. Yeah, that way they could have all the... They could have so many... That way they could have a lot of physics objects for the cat to knock down, without killing people's computers over it. But yes, basically, the amount of lag we see will be directly proportional to the number of physics objects in a location. The less physics objects there are, the better we'll have... like, this area here has no physics objects. Notice that we're having no lag. I will say this, though. Given that the room below us had the physics objects that caused lag, considering we're not seeing them here, that means this game has pretty good calling. Basically, the moment we leave a room, it does deload. It no longer has, you know, processing power attributed to it. So that's good, at least. That means that if we have a bad physics object room, the moment we leave it will be fine again. You're now above the area where we're in. When a room is no longer observed, it's no longer there. Yeah, basically. Alright, we can jump down into that room now. Which I think is the only thing we can do. Oh, here we are. Physics objects! Another thing that they could do for optimization, which some games do, is after the physics object is knocked around, give it like 5-10 seconds and then make it disappear. That would leave less of a mess, but it would be another lovely optimization method. That way you can go whole ham with the physics objects, but they'll just disappear if they're incidental afterwards. That would help too. They disappear after you leave the room? Let's find out. I just made a mess of this room and the frame rate's probably not great. Let me hop back up here. Let me go back into the vent. And then head back inside. Nah, I still see the mess, personally, but... Oh well, whatever. Anyways, please observe this hacking animation if you can. It's really cute. We're quite talented with those files. You were incorrect. Oh, you said it so confidently. I thought you were telling the truth. Let's see. Production is shipping from Lucille Hollows to Igneous Flagrante, the boss, I suppose. Igneous, we at Capricorn International supply the assets you require, and the infrastructure to deliver them into the field. Meanwhile, under your stewardship, Flagrante Johann consistently fails to provide augmentation of the assets at the rates discussed. If these rates fail to increase, this partnership shall be reconsidered, at great cost to your organization. Miss L. Hollows, CEO. Ah, a little co-corporation conspiracy. Isn't just one company here. You're not recording yours. Yeah, I'm running it fine, more or less. I have seen a few hitches when loading areas, but it's smooth mostly for us. Alright, let's see what this does. Chevron access. Ah, right, I got a keycard. Chevron access means that one. Wasn't there one over here as well? Yes, there was. Excellent. Alright, I'm going to steal money from this ATM. There we are. Wow, I absolutely annihilated that wet floor side. Ha! Of course. Of course they had to have an excuse to put that famous poster in. Hang in there, kid. Hang in there, baby. I was supposed to say hang in there, kitty, but alright. Ha! I kicked those with the back legs. I'm stuck. Again, I think that these bookshelves here have objects I can't touch, but if I could touch them, they would fall out. Yes, you notice that when I'm jumping? There we are. So these are all physics objects, even if they look static. So the real problem here is that I really think that if they want this many physics objects for the cat to interact with, they really should consider a system that makes those physics objects not count to the same load as a physics object when they're not being touched, basically. It's not as bad because there's less shelving. Let's read this. New day in the Codex. Excerpt. Schrodinger's cat. So I have an access card. Can I get more than one? Can I leave this one in and get a different one? Actually, I have no idea. Well, I did get another, but did I delete the original one? This is important to know. The printer can only hit print one at a time. Yes, that does seem to be the case. Now, is there anywhere else I can... No, not really, because there's that, but... I think that's the only locks we've seen so far. That one and... this one here. And this one did not have a... I mean, there was a... Yeah, there's no lock over here. Right. Access to DS operations. Airlock. Alright, time to go to space. Equalize air pressure to open access to DS operations. Also known as, here's a hidden load point. Airlocks are classic loading screens. Yes, you can knock those hard-to-reach objects off once you have a second cat. I mean, you can be a little wide if you're persistent enough. Whoa, are you seeing this machine, Susan? Hold on, I have way too many tabs open. Oh, you're Essler, then. Or Beerus. Did you send me visuals yet? Whoa! Well, it's definitely ominous, don't get me wrong. But man, what a cool-looking machine. Any clue what it is? I've been looking through the intel you found, and buried amongst all the passive-aggressive emails. I found something called the DES. I'm not quite sure what it does, mind, but it's probably not urgent. Keep exploring, Mittens. Exfiltrates? So this DES, do you think it'll help me exfiltrate? Did I use that word right? You did, and probably not, no. Right, then it's back to exploring. Someone to keep tabs on things. Shouldn't take that so literally. Also, we have some additional files here. Let's see this excerpt. Dr. Schrankung. The thought experiments provide an avenue of exploration in areas where concrete understanding eludes the humble scientist. Let us consider the infamous Schrodinger's cat thought experiment. Place a felis catus inside a sealed opaque container, alongside a peculiar mechanism, a flask of poison, a Geiger counter, and a decaying radioactive material. If the Geiger counter detects radioactive decay, the flask is smashed, and our feline test subject is rendered inoperative. Contained together, these contents comprise a closed system. When unobserved, the state of the contents of the box, the cat flask Geiger counter system, is impossible to know. Could the radioactive material have decayed? Could the flask of poison have been broken? Has the cat retired from existence? Does the cat live? The Copenhagen interpretation tells us that without observer, both possibilities exist at once. The cat is both alive and dead. Schrodinger puts forth this thought experiment to highlight the ludicrous folly of the Copenhagen interpretation of superposition. It is clearly preposterous for this cat to be in two states at once. My dear reader, thought experiments are not worth the paper they may or may not be written on. So, this, by the way, is, if you aren't aware of the Schrodinger's cat experiment, this is what it was. So in case you're not familiar with this little thought experiment. Unfortunately, I think it was an actual tangible experiment at one point, which I don't completely approve of that, but, you know, old science, how it was with animal testing. Also, I just noticed there's a button here, Filter by Olivia. Filter? By Olivia? Clear filter. Filter. What do you mean, filter? Oh, whatever. Not sure if that button even does. You're getting a lot of emails. I'm also going to get a lot of physics object lag. So yeah, you can see this room has just a lot of objects. It's the physics object. It's purely the physics objects. That is the entire problem. If I attack the paper, it'll go away, though. That'll make it a bit better. This is unattackable paper. One moment. Alright, well. That does delete itself after being hit. A real cat has never been used for a real version. That's good to hear. I just figured it was. It's weird there's certain papers you can't even hit. Let's grab a bunch of emails and then read them together. Human typing. Stand on two legs. Always there's still some hope for humanity, because scientists have to operate under a thing called ethics. Nowadays they do. But during the original thought experiment, things weren't quite that, strict. Main power functional, auxiliary power functional, power grid connection offline. DS power. DS system status. Positive either or crystal, okay. Negative either or crystal, okay. Phase separated process, okay. Network disconnected. Why is that one cabinet? What's this one cabinet here? Right here. It has a glow to it. Strange. Alright, now that I'm in a room that's slightly less laggy. New corporate intel. Let's see. Desperate Times by Dr. Nadia Nyan. That's good. DS operations log. Months of work attempted to replicate the targeted response from the DS using human subjects, and nothing to show for it. Desperate times call for desperate measures. On Iden's recommendation, today we start animal testing. What's that about ethics? We will not be using the obvious. We all know how Igneous feels about those animals. Probably the mice and rats. So today we wrangled a wriggly weasel into the chamber and initiated the process. Results were disappointing. The weasel ran off. Well, at least he got away. Oh. It's not literally talking about... Ah, I see. Those animals implies... cats? Well, we don't know that yet. You know that because you played the game and you're telling me spoilers. That's a bit different. Why are these systems still on? From Mandy Han to Road Wheeler. Why are the DS area systems still active? That sector has been deserted for months. I thought we'd move on from DS testing to find to more fruitful areas of research. I guess power consumption isn't an issue of leash tech, but it still feels wasteful. Leash tech, I ain't confirmed anywhere, it's just a cat photos around. Well, so far I've seen one cat photo on some random worker's desk. I don't think that's the CEO's desk, so... Let's see what we have here. This is where you can buy hats. Employee emotional outburst booth. It's an emotional outburst booth. How nice. Let's see here. Floofy, step 1. Charm hasn't streamed for over a year. It's Tucker streaming. Step 2. This isn't Tucker streaming, it's Nikki. Step 3. The VTuber can tell you a lot of information if you pay attention. Now let's see. Hats. What's the cost? Okay, so it costs... I don't know what it costs. I guess it costs 15. 50. Okay. 15 bucks. So it doesn't cost chips. Does anything cost chips? This costs chips. Classic short fur, long smooth fur. Just looks fat, honestly. It's also clipped into the tag, but then short fur. I'll do classic. I need some sort of currency I don't have yet for these. Void. Calico. Gray. Gray tabby. White. Tuxedo. Torty. Ragdoll. Alright then. No, chips are used to buy certain things. Eye color. We'll do some customization a bit later. Though green is perfectly fine for me, so... I guess blue-green would be slightly closer. That's technically teal. Need more triangles to be you. It seems to me. Easy to mistake purple cat for purple doggo. Perish that statement. Nothing wrong with purple doggos, of course, but... To the untrained eye, you do resemble Charm. I mean, I am related. I figured my get-up would be rather distinct, though. Oh well. The green cloak and hat are quite telling. Yes, Charm doesn't wear such. Charm wears a collar. And some beads. That's it. I'm a little fancier. There are 3 currencies all used for different certain cosmetics. Money is used for all, chips used for some, third things used for specific ones. The expensive ones. It's like a rarity system. Money is common, chips are uncommon, whatever that purple thing is rare. So, let's see. Technically I would go green color. Do we want a hat? I'm trying to depict... Oh. I need a purple. I don't know why I didn't notice the witch hat until just now. Okay, purple needed. Got it. So, we're just going to say... Well, actually, by the time I get to purple, I'll have more money. Let's go ahead and purchase... Well, I mean... That is much preferred to a normal tag. That also costs a chip. Of course. I'll have to hold off, then, won't I? For now, we'll purchase... green. Because that's the right energy for me. I could also do purple. You can dress the second cat separately. Oh, that okay, I see. For now, let's switch to a... Actually, blue is fine as well, I suppose. If you notice, my clothes are teal, which basically means they're both blue and green. I'll save the blue, just to save the money. I don't need... I want to save for other things for now. Gotta find some Doritos, I suppose so. Yes, it does seem like the leg is almost entirely attached to purely just the physics object. That seems to be the entire leg issue we have with this game at all. Oh, you can just press the menu button when the thing's on the right. When you just received an email, if you press the menu button, it takes you right to it. I didn't realize that. Okay, Dr. Alden Nyan. Just getting this written out and trying to make sense of it. Working through some experiments with a lump of either or. I get this horrible sense of deja vu. I'm alone in the lab. Power up the rift generator and there's that deja vu again. The rift stabilizes and I hear a weird sound. Rushing wind or rice grains pouring on a surface. But there's something else. Something weird. Recognizable but alien. Like it's been reversed, but reversed a second time, and it's come out different. It was a meow. I'm certain of it. I think I need to stop working so late. Note that we did see a mysterious cat earlier. Oh. Time to cause leg. Spawn the physics objects. Oh, they're deleting after a while? Oh, Dev, you actually had constraints? I'm surprised. Oh, it ran out. Then I guess it's time for some money. This floor, DS operations, acts as the test subject processing. Can't get in there just yet. What fun got you there? An alien, Hal? What? Hey, Susan. Just a heads up, I keep running into a weird, shadowy cat thing. Send you a visual now. You haven't been at the catnip again, have you? On a mission? Of course not. We have some standards. The only weird thing I can see in your feed is that machine. So whatever you're seeing is definitely strange. Speaking of the machine, it looks like it's my only way forward. Am I safe to pass through it? Power status is dormant. No activity on the network. I think you're safe to continue. I'm sure it's safe. It's always safe. You're sure this is safe, Susan? This whole place feels ominous. You'll be fine. Just don't take any catnaps in there, alright? No promises. Catnaps are taken exactly when they need to be taken, which is whenever. It's totally safe. Void cat. And not the black cat sort of void cat, pure void cat. Susan? What's up? The machine activated, I'm locked in, and things are very loud. Eek! Also, that shadow cat is in the control room. It just jumped inside something technical looking and powered it up. Okay, stay with me, Mittens. Network access is restricted, but I'm trying to cut the power. Hold tight. Incidentally, I found a report on the machine. It's called the DES, or Dual Event Synthesizer, if you want to use the scientific name. I don't know what it's for, but it's been used in a lot of experiments. Specifically, quantum experiments. Quantum? I know, it's exciting, isn't it? Things are getting very loud in here, Lazy Susan. Help! Fear not, I'll have you out of there in a tick. Besides, the reports of the DS isn't dangerous, which sounds reassuring. Dangerous? Or dangerous with italics? Because they're different things. I did use italics, yes. Oh no. It's not dangerous. Hold tight, Mittens, we're gonna get you off this carnival ride. The power grid is locked down tight, but I'll find a way to break it through. It's noisier than a room full of vacuum cleaners in here. I also have access, hold on. Susan, my whiskers are tingling, I don't like this. One last firewall. My tail feels fluffy. Oh, sardines. This is exaggerated. No, it's a terribly dangerous giant machine. It's not really exaggerated. It becoming gimmicked. Ow, my head. I have the most intense double vision. So this game has co-op, but you could also just use... Whoa, I'm in two places. Come on, Mittens, that's impossible. Pull yourself together. So here's the fun thing. To pull back apart, you pull the sticks apart. Okay, so maybe it's not completely impossible. Mittens, can you hear me, Mittens? I'm here, Susan. Thank goodness. Comms got knocked offline by the DES. Susan, you're not going to believe this. The machine did something to me. I can be in two places at once. There's two of you. Oh, one of me twice? I'm not really sure. Wow, Mittens, this is incredible. But first things first, you need to exfiltrate. This section connects to a sector known as dual event orientation. Head through there and you should be able to find surface access. In the meantime, I'm going to stick my snout into some quantum mechanics textbooks. We'll get to the bottom of this. Good luck, Mittens. Get going. Now you hold the stick in to merge them back together, whichever stick, or both, to be faster about it. It's very easy to separate by just pulling the sticks apart. It's actually a very interesting control scheme. It's very unique, in the sense that the sticks, I can merge and split just using the analog sticks, which is quite interesting. You prefer the purple one. That's why the buttons have been shoulders. Exactly, I can now do this. The cat indicator shows the current state of the cat. Yes, some places you can't split. Actually, this game does describe itself at one point as Portal with cats. So much like Portal, there's certain surfaces you can't use in Portal. Likewise, there's certain situations where you can't split in this game. Ah, on customization you change cat, okay. So that's how you decide which cat to change. Makes sense. Both cats, cat 1, cat 2. Ah, but the cost is the same, so I assume that whenever you buy something, it locks it for both cats regardless. Yeah, the music's quite solid in this, isn't it? Try splitting this area, you'll see a quantum shard. Shards are split and need to be collected by the same color cat. Interesting. Gymnastic tests, optional challenges for those of an agile persuasion. That applies. So look at this. If we see a little weird cloudy effect like that, it's time to split. And then the cats so the quantum shards, to get a quantum shard, you must gather 2 pieces of it with the correct color cat grabbing each one. At which point you gain 1. Now let's go over here immediately. Better. Ha! Chatty cat, meow 100 times. Easy to do with 2 cats. It does get a little confusing, remembering which cat's tied to which control stick, but it's not too bad. Ah, I see. Yeah, the music kicked up because we have now introduced the actual mechanics. Actually, I do believe that if positioned correctly, this can be jumped by both cats. It kind of needs to be. I have to think about this one. I suppose it would be good to get the purple cat up first. It's the higher platform. Oh, the song has meowing in it, by the way. Or it might just be a synth effect, but it does sound a bit meowish. I like it. Ah, I see. Interestingly, too, I was biting this... Notice how I was biting this and then split? One of the cats went off on its merry way while the other one is still biting. Interesting detail. Ah, I see. Now, why are these boxes here? Ah, the other... I see. The prompt was blocking it. What's fun, too, is I can move this with one cat, and the other cat can just hitch a ride while it's in mid-movement. I don't have to stop. I didn't catch the first one, so I was clipping. You do. What? Oh, never mind, you do. I didn't catch the first one. What are you talking about? What did you not catch? I think I missed the plot of what you're talking about. But, let's see here. Ah. Can I not hop up there? Alright. I guess that's why the arrows indicate. Oh, that's nice. The money I didn't pick up got auto-collected after a while, so if the money does physics into an area you can't get it, it's fine, you'll get it later. That's good to know. Also, I do appreciate that there's orange arrows indicating that I guess orange should go out first. Or just in general they should. So I don't actually have to collect the money, I can just leave it on the ground. Fall. Why collect the money if it can come to me? It should do that anyways. I'm important. There we are. That's a good little train course. Check the last log message, you said. Of course, in a game where you're literally able to be in two places at once, the goal of the game is not to be. Oh, never mind, you do. I don't understand, still. Fair. What are you trying to say? Yes, the goal of the game is to be and not to be in two places. What's your point? Still doesn't make sense. I was about to explain before I got what you meant. Ah, I see. Ah, Heisenberg fields will not let you pass if you are split. I don't know what a Heisenberg... Is that a reference as well? Heisenberg, what's that refer to? But yes, you can't cross through this if split. To be out or not to be out? That is never the question. The answer is... So yes, being quantum state does make it so you can't go through certain things. Also, positive negative phase gates. Purple can't go through oranges. Orange cannot go through purples. And if merged together, Mittens can't go through. Oh, but it also auto-splits you if you try. Interesting. The Heisenberg principle is it's fundamentally impossible to simultaneously measure both the precise position and momentum of a subatomic particle, which I guess we have relation to in the split form. You can't know the exact speed and momentum of certain particles in a measure. Huh. Interesting way that applies. You notice, by the way, this game has a lot of actual real science principles applied to it. Devs did their research, in addition to making just a cute game. Like, yes, they're working off of a pun here, but in addition to working off of a pun, they are also, well, they flesh it out quite far. It's quite good. some punny games are kind of lazy about it, but this one is not. Can't know the exact things for anything. Well, true, but... There may be more test chambers tutorials to go. Yes, there are. Which is why I'm playing... I've kind of figured, knowing the demo. We haven't even left the demo's content yet, actually. And I knew that it would take over an hour to probably even get to the main mechanic. I was correct on that. Headphones. That took away my witch hat, but alright. They're cute, though. I'll give them that. There, now this is the most more appropriate. Especially because we have some nice tunes. Ah! The headphones are actually pulsing to the beats, by the way. If you pay attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you vote Wild Split? I'm pretty sure you can. It's a little confusing. I think you have to... I see. There we go. You have to let go of X after a while. There, now they're dancing. I do appreciate the headphones actually pulse to the beats. That is a nice feature. Why did that chair move? Poltergeist! Poltergeist, I don't know why that moved. Ah, there was somebody out there. It does that for every track. Yeah, there was a settings for that, so I believe it is just how it works. Well, the dual event synthesizer might be a heap of junk, but it's not all bad news. The phase fluctuation concept is actually born fruit. Inanimate objects can be split into dual events. Nadia's putting together a proposal for the entire department for researching this concept. As much as Nadia irritates me, I can't object to this idea. But I'll never apologize for laughing at what that weasel did. Not that kind of game. Perform 0451 jumps. What is that referencing? 0451 jumps? Does anybody know what that means? I just got that achievement. For providing probably doing 451 jumps. Yes, it's specifically specified 0451. And not just 451. Strange. New sound pressure plan and made approval for office staff. Ah, yes. Let's see. I need one cat on the pressure pad and one pressing the button, but I see, that brings down the field. Never mind, this is simple. I didn't realize that. Alright, there we are. In the game's 0451 is the most famous Easter egg in the immersive sim genre, and it originated as the actual door entry code for Looking Glass Studios in Cambridge, Massachusetts. What a security loss that they had there. Wow. And was later used by former developers as a recurring inside joke and badge of honor in games like System Shock, BioShock, and Deus Ex, which means that we see what these... I guess a reference like that tells us what the devs... what games the devs cares about, huh? You live there. Interesting. Equalize air pressure to open access nest subject processing. That was quite the load. Notice that there's Heisenberg fields between most areas, so you always have to keep your cats together when you're moving around. I'm through the dual event acclimatization sector, Susan. I've made it back to my infiltration point. Excellent. There will be a pair switch to connect your door up ahead. That leads to the airlock into dual event orientation. Get going! I do like the headphones, but I do want my witch hat. You know what would be nice? If I could get a pulsing light on the witch hat, that would be a nice little combo. Was there anything to gather here besides what we already got? I don't think so. I think we've already gotten everything here. Well, that's not necessarily true. There may be a quantum chip we couldn't see before. What do you know? Right here. We did not have the ability to see them before, so... You're curious on the fractal cat. Yes, they seem to be a separate cat that seems to be... Well, they wanted us to be a quantum cat, too. They caused this. But to what end? Also got excited for a second while you were saying that, so he's here now. What did I say? What did I say that brought a little... brought a little weasel, You for the future? Ah, maybe that's it, actually. Float silts. My apologies. My focus is a little elsewhere. I don't see any other chips here, but would they only be visible when I'm split? No, the field would still be there. Just less visible. You said you wanted a palsy witch hat. Ah, I see, yes. Well... Paul should have these headphones, too. Oh, I can't go back through the vacuum tube. Alright. One way. Only one way, I suppose. Can't return to that area. Alright, well. There is a vent you couldn't open the very start. That's true. I'm supposed to go through that door, but... Oh, so the objects were returned to their shelves at some point? Just to say. Oh, the money does come back. I was curious. It's replenishable, then. Yes, right here. You're mistaking him for the Vapor. You mean Peter. Level 1. Alright. Can't hack that. There's a cat here, by the way. Yes, very good. I can always zoom in on Mittens by pressing the emote button. If we want to observe something. It's okay, fair. I did mix up pulses, species after all. We haven't hung around him enough, I just forget sometimes. I'm a little better with names than species, I suppose. Let's see. So I can't even get in here without activating the computer, I suppose. Alright then. We'll have to come back with more clearance, I suppose. So whoever advised I go back for this can't actually do so. There's a chip up there. I wonder what causes it to regenerate its money. That time it didn't. A lot of my peeps haven't shown around in the nerves. This game really got Yang's attention. This is the Yang's. Let's see, what species is Yang's? Again, we're just not as good at remembering species. This is very viable music, yes. The soundtrack is very smooth. I approve, honestly, of the soundtrack. I enjoy smoother music. Like this. Jazz is particularly my jam, but anything super smooth like this is also my jam. Alright, new song, I suppose. The lighting completely changed. That was great. I was debating, but I'd prefer which had them both. It does make it a little easier to tell who's who, though, if they have different outfits, I suppose. And there we are. And there we are. Much better. Complete all puzzles in 3 sectors that continue debriefing. After debriefing, proceed to surface access. Here's what I'm going to do for you guys. We'll play at least until the end of the demo. By the way, the demo actually... I don't even feel like knocking those books off. I'm looking at them and they fall. They know better. They know better than to require me to bath them. Susan, I'm in the duel of her orientation. I presume this is where new test subjects are put through their paces. Now we're talking. The exit debriefing will open when I've completed 3 sets of mandatory tests. Debriefing leaves the surface access and freedom. Get going. Split next to the shelf. Why? I have done so. Now what? Now what? Split next to a shot. Whoa. Oh, I see. It creates an effect. Well, that's just going to invite... I see. I see. Hold on a minute. Oh, by the way, I just realized. I bought a cat bell. We're now hearing it. It actually added a sound effect. I didn't expect that. That makes me wonder if I do... Yep, it even moves if I do this. It makes sounds. It's quiet, but it's... So it's the volume depends on how much it's moving. That's wonderful. You can bet my own bell also moves, and makes noises, by the way. It's a proper bell. I don't need to be excessively sneaky when I'm already sneaky. Mouse. I do like how many different cat photos there are. But the mouses will run away. It's fine. I'll catch them anyways. Aiden, the sector is wired up and functioning. No idea if anything works, though. It's all humming and sparking nicely. But without any split tech, I'm operating blind. You know, if you wanted to loop me into the secret, groundbreaking research, I'd be very appreciative. Dr. A. Nyan wrote, we need dual bit orientation online like yesterday. How long are you going to dilly-dally on this? By the way, this research seems to have mostly been done about a year ago, according to the emails. Take that, mouse idiot. More like mouse snack. By the way, if you notice, I push physics objects away when I split, but I pull them inwards when I combine. Interesting. Money auto picks up. That does not apply to the chips, though. I do see that vent, but before I go into it, I need to know something. Okay, that's all there is to do. Alright, got it. Making sure I don't miss any chips. They seem to be, well, the rare collectible. And probably not farmable. That's why I said merging sex splitting blows. I suppose that's accurate. I didn't know you meant that detail. They merged by sucking into each other's bodies. These are quite the statements. Oh, this is right. This is how I entered, right? I need to... Well, actually... Let's see... This is another elevator. Elevators are always locked off, if you notice. Ah, right. I was going down, not up. I got confused. Transfer to Heisenberg test, item sharing test, robotics test, sleep briefing. Ah, tram. So, Heisenberg test. I believe this entire section was in the demo. Anything to report from your end, Susan? I'm digging through the evidence files you've been leeching for the facility, and, well, it's odd. Flagrante Johann, who owns the facility above ground that you infiltrated, are certainly linked to this underground facility. But there's practically no crossover on internal communication channels. No connections between the workforces either. Upstairs seems none the wiser about what's going on down here. Keep digging, Susan. I'll hack whatever I find to give you more intel. Just pick up when you leave the room. I'm sure of it in this case, because otherwise I would have missed something clipping. Ah, that's good to know. Alright, let's do some more tests, shall we? By the way, there are 2 bell sounds when I'm split as well. And quantum bell. To split or not to split, that is the question. Let's see here. When in a puzzle, you can ask for a hint by holding the hint button. This will show icons of the world that will nudge you towards the solution. By the way, I said this game was all ages. I meant that in both its content and its puzzles. The puzzles can get tricky, but if you're struggling or you're a child who needs some help, you can always hold the hint button, which is appreciated. It's there if you need it, but you don't have to take it. I can't split here. Alright. We don't need that open. We need one of these first. There we are. Could be all the music is one tempo. No, I believe the music has multiple tempos. It's good to be Void again. There and back again. I love the little references. To be or not to be. There and back again. Does anybody know where this reference is from? I do. Oh, by the way, if I step off the switch for the other cat, it freezes them. Check that out. They can't do anything. Oh, I hit the hit button by accident. It's fine. Buildless bug. There you go. Hobbit, yes. Specifically. Technically both answers kind of apply, though. Notice, by the way, that when one of us has a weight, the other one does too. Again, quantum theory. So I can actually move the weight between them, if I need to. As long as you're not observed. That does matter too, by the way. I can see why this would be fun in co-op. Honestly, I could definitely... I think this is a wonderful all-ages game. Because you could have a smart adult and a little child playing this together in co-op mode. And they could actually play together. Like, they could work together. The adult could help the child figure out the puzzle. It's actually quite cute when you think about it. Just the level of... You could have a parent and a kid playing together. It's quite wholesome. Ah, I need to switch. Much better than Little Brother mode with, like, Sonic and Tails. The little brother gets to actually participate. You can also have that being brothers, too, for instance. So what you're saying is you should play with Tucker. You could, I suppose. Certainly. Now let's see. Much better than Galaxy. Galaxy? You mean Super Mario Galaxy? Oh, I didn't even know I could stand on this. Apparently you could stand on this. Putting it all together. And kid play is something I'd love to do with my mother. I guess that's why you two are excited about this one, hmm? Understandable. Ah, I didn't notice the weight. And neither did you, because it was blocked by the screen. There's a weight here. Ah, actually. Let's place the weights. No, we're excited because Awesome Game of Kitties. That's fair. Reasonable response. Wait, the Galaxy, you can place the mouse... Oh, right, you can, can't you? Adorable. And use... Very much a little brother, but... Also, new Super Mario Brothers Wii, where you could be the 5th player, by the way. That was a 4-player game, but if you had a 5th friend, they could... No, for the Wii U. They could tap the screen on the new Super Mario Brothers Wii U and make platforms for the other 4 players who actually are getting to play. Because... Sure. Or Mario want to replay as Cappy. They're like, it's fine. It's nice enough to have some interaction with your friends and family, but they are pretty throwaway little extra co-op modes. Co-op only lightly, not in true competitive, or not in true cooperative, like equal billing spirit, though. I suppose I would say. By the way, Pulse, I hope you're doing well today. Susan, I've completed the first set of mandatory tests. Excellent. Move on to the other 2 and you'll be out of there in no time. The fast travel platform ahead will transport you back to the transit system. I have to wonder what my Susan voice sounds like with my voice modulation. Probably appropriately snack-sized rodent. I'm a cat of many talents. I can even sound like prey. Go figure. Sound like, specifically. Doing fine, just a lazy day. Lazy days are good. We should have more of those, really. Okay, time to head back down to the transit system. But first... Let's see... Heisenberg energy. Conrad, the dual-vent separation process, particularly when it comes to observation, poses somewhat of a containment problem. How do we keep sensitive materials, such as split objects, from slipping from our grasp? The solution is Heisenberg energy. This energy can be harnessed and channeled into fields, and acts as a form of uncertainty inhibitor. Dual events will be blocked from entering or passing through the energy field. Any dual event caught inside a field that activates will become quantum-locked, frozen in space and time. With your backing, I will submit a proposal to Aiden for input on applying H-fields to doorways around the facility. I trust you'll agree the solution is desirable. We don't want dual event technology falling into the wrong hands. And now we have a justification for that. No. No what? Oh, the pun. I see. I wasn't aware. Not that we bothered to test this, but I wasn't aware that Pulse doesn't like puns. Let's see. Can I bring this along? Oh, can I? That's good. Is that to... Aha, yes. This is probably a secret, yes? Yes, a little secret. Nothing too insane, but a secret all the same. I may as well, actually. Oh, that costs 2. Never mind. This song is quite funky, aren't they? Did it just... Hold on a minute. That's unacceptable. Alright, just try to delete this as well. Dang. I guess that's what that force field sort of thing is, the green one. Deletes objects. Alright, next area. A little update for you, Mittens. It seems Flagrante Johann is a conglomerate of 2 different companies, Johann Data Processing and Flagrante Plumbing Solutions. The facility above ground was the original property of Johann Data Processing. Flagrante Plumbing Solutions did a call out to look at a leaky pipe. Shortly after that, Ignius brought Johann out and merged the 2 entities. Ha! How could a humble plumbing company afford such a buyout? I'll keep digging, Chief. They were plumbing the depths of science, obviously, not normal plumbing. Oh, here we go again. Hold on, wait, I can co-op this. All out, time to start meowing. Fingerprinters will create a variety of items. Only 1 item can exist per printer per time. This is an ID card. Oh. Chevron Access Wi-Fi thingy. But of course I can have 2. Deep print fill. This fill would make any item it touches deep print, except for my collar and hat, fortunately. Those don't count as items. 1 becomes 2. Ah. Hi, gang. Hi, gang. How you doing? Let's see. Oh. That didn't open what I thought it would. That's fine. Ah, the Wi-Fi signal is close enough, regardless. Star access accepted. does specify printed items. It does, yes. Diamond access. We're also seeing there's multiple... There's chevron, there's star, and there's diamond cards. So obviously here, I can't just print and go, because we have a gate that will stop that from working. But that's okay, because we have a vent. But, can't access the vent quite that way. So what do we do? Ah, I think I understand. Ah, delete the item for both of us. That's interesting. I thought one would still... I guess, no, because they have to always have the same... They're the same. They always have the same state, so... And no, you can't just drop... Wait, you can just drop it. Just don't hold it. Yeah? Ah, yes, of course. I understand, I understand. Ah. I need to get both cats in here, it's fine. That's cute. You had to do a jump in a specific way. Pairs of platform cars split cats. There we are. Your split is not possible for one twin. If it's not possible for one twin to hold an item, such as if the twin is using a lever switch, the other twin will not be able to pick it up. So while I can generate something here, I can't grab it because the other one's busy. Of course, if I release this, that one's frozen. So that won't do either. Oh. I broke the cat. They're not supposed to be able to even try to hit that switch for that side. I broke something there a little bit. It's fine. Basically, the cat was stuck walking at the switch for a very long time. Okay, this doesn't really help me without the key. One second. Oh, of course. Now it's fine. Ah, but I have to drop it to... That's fine. Wait. Ah, I used the key. I need to get another one. I used the key. I forgot that that's how that works, these machines. Let me try something. Now we can do this. I think. Let's see. Ah, yes, then So here's the thing, if you notice... One moment, I need a drink. Alright, that's better. Now, if you notice, the key is in the slot on the right. It's over there, it's in there. If I decide to print a new key, it will stop changing the states. I'm actually not entirely sure. Oh, I see. I just need to lock myself into this area. That would do it, wouldn't it? I think. But I can't lock myself in this area. That's simply not possible. Well, actually, no, that's not entirely true. See, that doesn't really help me, though. Ah. I didn't think about something. I could just take it back out. But then... I'm trapped. Ah. This is backwards, but... Oh, no, I see, I see. Alright. Also, Robot, you don't even understand what... Double insert key, flip, you don't even understand the base principles. You cannot... You can change the key from one to the other, but you can't You can't have two keys. The printer can only print one object, you see. Yes, so most of you were actually wrong with what you were thinking, anyways. Aside from Hedgegos, who's done this before. Alright, let's see. Optional puzzle here. Ah. It's a fuse. That was a weirdly difficult jump to do for some reason. Alright, let's see. Alright, well. There we are, I guess. Swapsidoodle. Swapsidoodle. But yes, these platforms are to put the two cats in a different location. The 2/1 cats in a different location. Alright. Oh, I see. What happens if I put the cat here, then push? Or over here. Push. Amusing. I actually kind of fumbled that one, but I got to it in the end. Just pair switches, return, activate return platform. We're done here. Done with this section. That's the second set of tests done, Susan. Fab! I'll get the catnip and worms out right for your return. Ah, we get high after the mission. Much more responsible. Dibs on the catnip, obviously. Let's see. I admire the ingenuity involved in the print fields and their remote print reversal technology. I understand the need to limit the movement of objects around the facility, but I have a few questions. Why do the fields need print by coffee mug? Why does the effect not extend to the contents of said mug? And to whom shall I send the cleaning costs for this, my favorite set of overalls? Yours angrily, Mandy. But an interesting, I guess the coffee wasn't 3D printed, so... Chevron access mischief. What's over there, and how do I get in there? Actually, perhaps I was there earlier. Oh, they're still out. Alright then. Alright, robotics test. How's the digging going, Susan? Curious here and curious, sir. Snooping around the Flagrante Johann employee data, there are some staff changes after the merger. Specifically, all of India's plumbing staff moved to data processing roles, and Johann's data processing staff removed the plumbing jobs. They swapped the staff over. Doesn't seem like a wise restructuring move. I don't think Flagrante Johann needs to worry about structural efficiency. They're a subsidiary of Capricorn International Products Limited. Crumbs! Capricorn International are a huge multinational. Exactly! It seems there's a lot of money flowing into this facility. Okay, this company makes no sense. But alright. Hello? Oh, I see. You can't pat your head when you have a hat on, so you just lower your head. I just had that random thought. What's the cat doing? Whatever they want to. Hello. Oh, canceling the emote because... Ah, I see. I was wondering why I was doing that. I guess it makes sense. Now let's see, how can I make a mess? To get those. I need this guy to move. Maybe I have to bring something down the elevator. Actually, that might be it. Let's hold off. Thank you, Roomba. Clearly, Roombas should have arms, they'd be more useful. You missed privileges after doing the task. Ah. So we print that, the robot's like, ah. No. And he dumps it. So you see what you can tell what they're going to do based on that. So obviously once the Roomba has the object, I can't take it. Unless I take it before it gets it. And then there's grades, which is a separate problem. Oh, I'm sure. This is an awkward camera angle. It's a little hard to tell what I can do in this room. The answer is not much. Not on that side, at least. I understand now. I'll just make another mess. I'm just saying, I'm thinking of Portal, so I'm only thinking that one field between rooms that destroys items. So we've never actually played a Portal game, by the way. It's not something that we don't intuitively think with Portal, so to speak. You can flip the robot, oh yeah? Oh, I think I understand. Well, no, I can't. You mean with the quantum state? I guess I can if I slip over here. Flip the robot. I didn't think about that. Yeah, look at that. Doesn't really help the puzzle solving. But it's amusing. Might stun stunning the robot could be useful, though. Annoyance becomes an advantage. Sometimes. Let's see. Ah. I suppose I could have just left that on the Switch, actually, but whatever. Okay. Ah, I have to show him the mess. Wow, he's very excited. Look, oh, he's sliding into the wall. He has no idea what he's doing. Jump, there we are. That's a bit of a fall. I'm glad I can do that. As before, but a little further. Let's see. I see. Alright, alright. I like how Roomba goes to it. And then gets confused. Look at his face. He's like, I saw it a moment ago. Where'd it go? I'm confused. There's quite a few emotions on the Roomba. Very much, I had a job I was doing, but now I can't do it, huh? Alright, let's see. I barely made it through there. I've got bad news, Susan. Oh no, what is it? I've aced all the mandatory tests. I can head through to the debriefing. Mittens, this is no time for jokes. Head through the debriefing. You should be able to reach surface access from there. That wasn't really a joke. That was just a lie. There's a difference. Ah, mess privileges. Howler bots are prone to being flipped over and left on their backs. The Pavlov Industries rep referred to this as a turtle protocol. I think she was trying to present a bug as a feature. Not to worry, our tech team hacked in an anti-turtle protocol. They can use their noodle arm attachment to rewrite themselves. The cleaner bots who lack the noodle arm are still susceptible to flipping, though. You see one on its back, have a care. Flip it over, pat it on the bottom, and send it on its way. Did I even touch that trash can? It just decided to die. Anyways, I'll take this. Pipes. Why is there a window to see the industrial pipe from your office? Sure, why not? That was a slightly clippy camera, but alright. That was pretty slick timing. I actually cut that very close. Grabbing those shards. I'm glad I pushed the cat to the right direction. I almost mixed that up. Fortunately, it was intuitively placed. Oh, you don't see it? Alright then. I suppose you can lead, though. Got it. Alright, now for debriefing. We're almost done with the demo. There's definitely something weird about Flagrante Johann. I mean, aside from the cavernous secret underground research facility, all the staff, both plumbing and data processing, are under strict non-disclosure contract. And when I say strict, I'm not talking get down off the couch now strict. I mean even more strict than that. And golly, our informant was really putting themselves at risk by contacting us. We must get to the bottom of this. Look how that all went down there. Let's see. That's quite a height. I see. I think I understand. I presume... There, now that's a doable jump, yes? Yes. Step 1. Oh, is this not a path I can go down? I thought it would be. Perhaps only if I do it from this side. No, it's just... That looks like a vent you can hop into, but apparently no. I guess that's why we need the jump. The plan maybe was a laundry front for the start. It seems like that could be the case. I welcome the rodent to come out so it can be put in another spot. Under the paws, of course. Always satisfying. A good counts. Useless orientation. Igneous, forgive me if I speak out of turn, especially so early in my tenure as head of monetization. But I have an observation. Whose idea was it to construct an entire orientation department for human testing before checking if the DS actually worked? There's my recommendation that the entire dual event orientation department be mothballed and forgotten about. Let's work with what we have, not what we dream about. Mrs. Fangsworn. Ah, these names are certainly something, aren't they? I hate the company name, though. Both parts of it are annoying to say. Oh, bless their hearts. They put a bit of money here. In case you're too stupid to know there's a better reward, you go up here, you get the money, you're satisfied. That's kind of funny. No, no, no. We want to go down. Don't put the cart in front of the horse. Under paws, a good place to be sometimes. Recently it was Paw Day, as several people brought up. Which is exactly what it sounds like. Level 3, can't access. Not yet. Dorito. You guys are getting plenty of usage out of that emote. Alright. And that's one of them. Now where's the other? We have yet to reach the end of the demo. It was a fairly long demo. Part of the reason we enjoyed the game. It gives us a lot of, it gives you a lot of content to work with. We're getting close to the end of the demo now, finally. It makes sense that the demo's long, though, because this was all technically tutorial for the main gameplay mechanics, so all of it had to be included for it to be a proper demo. That wasn't just teasing the idea of the game, but actually gave you a taste of it. Performance appraisal, debriefing. Though I don't remember this. Actually, I think we just hit the point. If I recall, a security camera spotted you just a moment ago in the demo, and then it would end. I don't recognize this. This is new. This is new to us. Concierge AI. Hello, test participant. Thank you for taking part in this employee testing initiative. Your performance has been appraised. You've been awarded the rating barely adequate. Thanks. Please do not interrupt. Sorry. Please do not interrupt again. Your performance will be appended to your employee record. Stand by while your employee record is deciphered. A mismatch. No employee file and record. You're not authorized to be here. Please remain where you are. Security will apprehend you first thing in the morning. In the meantime, please refrain from any escape attempts. Thank you. Oh. Let me out. There must be some mistake. I have an employee here. Okay, I'll bide. What's your employee number? 4. Nice try. Now be quiet and remain where you are until morning. No. Oh, that literally powers him. Did you just unplug my battery? Yep, but I'll do it again, you big idiot. Impertinent, cease this behavior. No. Maybe if I turn him on and off again, he'll be nice. Alright, I'm gonna go over here. Why can't I... Oh, right. Well, no, that's not why. But, yes, I thought so. Ah. There's glass there. It's hard to tell there's glass there, honestly. It's not the most obvious thing, I would say. Hi again. I have to tease him. It's a cat thing. Can I not hop back up here? Alright then. I guess it doesn't matter, I can just go back down. For some reason I thought I had to connect back up there. There. Ah, a mouse. So yes, we're officially outside the demo now. Made an enemy, meet the concierge AI. It's nice to watch pouncy animations of Cat, especially Cat and Hat. And especially when Cat and Hat is Witch Hat. I think the character just glitched there. Yeah, there's a small glitch when you press the button sometimes. So I have no idea where we're at now. I don't think. The new concierge AI system seems to be running well. Its facility-centric knowledge database is comprehensive, and it displays robust problem-solving capabilities when challenged. Even try the old classic, everything I say is a lie linguistic paradox test. It just replied, hey, that's awesome, and moved on to another task. Water off a duck's back. So it's a slightly adaptable AI. Unless you unplug its battery, in which case it can't do shit, but you know. What's this? This is silly though, having a negative review and there's not even a baseline set. I'm sorry, what? What do you mean, negative review? When did I negative review this game? Oh, here's surface access. Let's get out of here. Oh, he's still angry. There you are. Please refrain from escaping. Not gonna happen, I'm afraid, you dummy. At the very least, refrain from unplugging my screens. It makes my brain feel all weird. What are you talking about, a negative review there, robot? I don't know what you mean by that. The AI reviewed your performance as inadequate. Ah, I see. It's a snarky AI, but not as snarky as a cat can be. Alright, that makes sense. By the way, this has gotten very James Bond. The music, kind of. Kind of that vibe a little bit. Oh, yes, I see. I need that over there. Okay, I see, I see. Ah. Very good. Hey, wait, there's a laptop. Is there a laptop? Where? Oh, yes, right here. Don't worry, even when I'm quantum split, I can still hack. Okay, we may have spoken too soon about the concierge's AI intelligence level. Looking closer at the code, it seems like a big chunk of AI routines are unfinished, literal to-do comments in the scripts. The linguistic paradox test was similarly bunk. The AI was, to use technical terminology, dummy thick, as it wasn't able to comprehend how everything I say is a lie is a paradox. How the concierge AI passed problem-solving test remains somewhat of a mystery. If I was a betting type, I'd say put money on pure random chance. So your typical AI system, as we've learned these days. Ah. It's trying its best. I see. Is that a doorway? This can't be OSHA compliant. They're blocking the door with boxes. Huh. Oh. Huh. By the way, I should note that the low to the ground scuffle, or shuffle I'm doing while pulling this is kind of funny. Can I use that as a... yes, a weight. So it's a plug and a weight, technically. He's trying to grab it while... that's funny. He will hold on if he can. I don't really know why... I don't think I needed that event. Was I supposed to solve this another way? Well, whatever. That event seemed unnecessary. Like, opening this one. Oh, no, I see. It is necessary. There's a gate. I gotta say, the game's visual design sometimes suffers a bit. Like, here's a glass wall, I can't tell it's there. Here's an area you can stand, I can't tell if I can walk through here. Here's a gate blocking this fence, I can't tell because there's a force field in front of it. It's visually unclear at times. Unless you, like, squint a bit. It's, like, not zoomed in enough to easily see. Oh, are we outside? Kinda seems like it, but I don't know if we are. Wait. Okay, there's a vent here. They're not terribly... It's sometimes a lack of being able to even see the objects, yes. Like little details that do matter, but they take a little bit of squinting to even see. Ah, down here was a dead end, okay. I just don't think the glass wall was necessary. I think the glass wall could have been clearer. Or less clear, yes, technically. I get your pun. On this room. Data chests. These chests contain data chips. Some can be locked with one battery, some require two. These chests are for completionists. If you can't find a battery, don't worry. It's weird they're bringing up completionism well after I've collected a bunch of those data chips out in the world. Oh, well. I guess maybe those... I mean, the mice. I assume those were also a completionist thing. But... that is another elevator access restricted. Alright. Now, look at this place. Susan, I have some information that should help me recalibrate my sensors. Great, what can you tell me? Well, you said you didn't know what the units of death reading was. It was certainly not inches. I'm deep, deep underground here. Crikey! Well, I guess we're in kilometers, so that means... Wow, Mittens! This facility is huge! You're so deep down! Like really, really, really far away from the surface. Thanks, Susan. That's very inspiring. Did I get that prompt specifically because I hopped up on this pit? What I'll call a catwalk now. There's a moving platform. This is getting complex. Noted, had to go. I'm still debating... Probably will. I assume I know what you might mean, even though I don't know what's past this point. Yes, we are past the end of the demo at this point. The demo ended before we met the AI, basically. This game definitely has good visual design, showing off later areas, the background, etc. Technically, blue-green is correct. Now I have the outfit as close as possible. And nothing else needs to be done. I'm gonna stop here. That customization point is also... Thank you for letting me know, Hedrico. I'm looking for what I want to stop. Documents for Aaron Johan. Or Johan. I think this is a trash tube. Or maybe it's just a tube specifically for that purpose. Hard to say. Okay, we need a keycard here. A battery here. 2 other keycards. I need a moon and a chevron. And a chevron there. Quite a bit going on here, isn't there? Alright, we're a document, I suppose. Did you hear that meow as we enter the tube? Alright, had to go, yes. I think I understand. You're good. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. I'm good. I definitely caught wind of what you're saying. Profile hack. It's a computer's a profile log. You can hack the profile by finding documents on other computers around the facility. I see. We have to learn him. Though that is a bunch of cat pictures. I like the one on the left. That's a picture. Sure. Sorry. It's alright. You're trying to be helpful, it's just... I noticed you started repeating yourself, so... Let's see here. Oh. Hello, moving platform. I suppose I have the Chevron keycard. I suppose I have to come back to this computer once I have enough whatevers on Johann. Welcome to why the emails can be sorted by person. Okay, so we need 2 keycards here for surface access. We're not going there just yet, obviously. Wait, what am I supposed to do with this? I mean, I guess bring it back, I suppose. Ah, yes, of course. I was distracted by the elevator on the left side of the area. But I suppose that's for later. But cats hate or like those tubes. And they hate the ones that auto-move, love the ones that can more freely move themselves freely. You do realize we are not ferrets or hamsters, right? We're not, like, super motivated to go through tubes. I suppose the occasional tunnel is fun, though. But yes, it makes noise, so no, not that one. Aaron Johann, I am pleased to announce that my company, Flagrante Plumbing Solutions, has begun the process of aggressively merging with Johann Data Processing. You are of course free to reject this merger, but I warn you with peace and love that my lawyers will make mincemeat of your lawyers' descendants, your lawyers' ancestors, and your lawyers' pets. I'll make arrangements for the most bitter, low-quality bottled bubbly to be dispatched to your home address. You'll be warm when it arrives. Congratulations. Yours, Igneous Flagrante. I'm getting the impression that Flagrante Plumbing Solutions is not a plumbing company. And it sounds like Johann had no choice in the matter of whatever this was. Quite literally a company takeover. And now that's active. Ah, it's Moon. I see. This displays it in the bottom and upper right. I was admittedly perplexed. But also I noticed something there. I can open the surface. Or I can bring this up here. Let's see. Johann, the new edition of What You Been magazine is out, and once again, our plumbing division is nowhere to be seen in the recommendations list. This is merely the latest data point on a ski slope of customer satisfaction graph. You entered into this corporate merger of your own free will. There was nothing in the agreement that staff from either your data processing operation or my plumbing company would have to stay in their respective roles. Hence the staff swap. Let's face it, data processing is a dawdle. You just plumb numbers into spreadsheets. My team is coping fine. Why are your team struggling so? What is plumbing but processing human data? If the plumbing team's approval rates continue to decline, pay cuts will follow. Igneous Flagrante. What is this company plan? What is Igneous's plan with this? I don't quite understand it, but it's certainly something. Hack one profile, hacker voice, I'm in. Nice achievement name. Access level 2. Wasn't there an access level 1 thing I couldn't use before? How'd it go? Does this game have a slight Metroidvania element to it, where you have to backtrack to older areas once you gain something? Like, I mean, much earlier areas when I say that. Because I am noticing things I cannot do. And you seem to have played the game extensively, so... Like, how does this work? What does this require? I think I saw an access level 1 I couldn't use before as well. I'm not sure I like that. The level design thus far, and the lack of a map, notably, doesn't make me feel like that level of backtracking will actually be fun. It kind of seems like it would be busy work to return to these locations later. Especially if all I'm doing is walking through an environment that otherwise has no changes. Also, why is that pig... What happened there? Why is that huge? Have the other Pokemon been huge as well, or... What exactly is going on there? Let's catch it and figure it out, I suppose. Not even I play extensively, you're technically past naturalizing, and I'm pretty sure the access level stuff probably unlocks some sort of fast travel. Probably. Still though, even with the fast travel situation, if they expect me to backtrack to that machine where I get access level 2, that's boring. You're just making the player walk through old areas that they've already solved to go get to something later. Not a big deal. Like, it's not very fun. I wouldn't call that a fun process. I could call it boring walking. Alright, well, a few of us caught it. Let's see if anything's weird about it, I guess, later. These areas don't feel... This doesn't feel like a game where I should explore extensively. Within a stage area, yes. A room or two over, exploring, sure. But having to go back to swaths of areas later on in the game, I don't know. I don't feel like the design of this game supports that without it being just boring. Personally. Oh, I can go through this? Alright. Was there anything I could do in that previous room? It didn't look like it. Well, we're certainly going places. Wish I could clip more than 60 seconds for just how long it took you to notice. Well, fair. If you haven't noticed, I'm also streaming and trying to create entertaining content for you all. So sorry that I was a little slow at noticing the pin. Oh. Can I return to the previous room, then? Looks like I can. I know, I mean snarking. You will not snark with me. I will snark with you. How far back did that take me? Oh, so I need to return to that... Oh, wow, that took me 10 minutes ago? This is more than 10 minutes. What? Last save 10 minutes ago. This was slightly longer than 10 minutes ago, game. There's a fast travel point to return to the previous room. I haven't run into any fast travel points, but alright. Oh, Omni, careful. Well, maybe it did save the progress. Can I access this now? No. So it just said I lost 10 minutes of progress, but it meant 20. Hello, Raiders. joined at the same time. Sorry you had a crash. Oh, I'm fine. Well, hello, Bandit Chief. Welcome. Did we just have a raid and also the developers show up? That's interesting. No, I had no crash. I just realized that I missed something and had to reload. And then I realized the reloading loaded back a little further than it said. It's alright, not a big deal. You brought the death, did you? How did you do that? How did you do that, exactly? Were you also playing the game a moment ago? Alright, I don't need that yet there. It said you saved 10 minutes ago. Yes, but that was 20 minutes ago. That's how time works. Fair. This is a very nice game. I do have one potential criticism, but I'm not sure how the game will operate with it yet. I'm noticing a few access points that have to be accessed later on. And I only can think to... Oh, that's interesting. I can jump in there. Huh. I'm noticing that there's a few things that require an access that I'll have to come back for later. But I'm not sure the backtracking looks that interesting to that degree. Feels like it might just be some kind of random walking busy work, but I digress, I'm not sure. I kind of feel like I kind of want to complete these areas as I go through them. But yeah, there's occasionally, like, I don't know what they are. I haven't opened one yet. There's occasional things that you have to come back for later. I kind of feel like that breaks the pace a little bit, but I'm just assuming right now, because I haven't actually gotten far enough to access one of those. I think I've seen an access level 1 and an access level 2 thing, so... A pair of chests will have 2 buttons with the unique themes like... so you could... So the value of backtracking is to gain some new cosmetics. I see. I mean, that makes sense. The cosmetics seem to be the optional system here. But yes, I simply went through a tube before I was done with a room, so that's why I reloaded. I like the pace of the game otherwise, though. Like, trying to get the little quantum Doritos and such as you're progressing. Those little optional challenges off to the side of an area. I like that. I like that quite a bit. A bucket. I see. But yes, hello devs. I'm Nikki the Nakomadox. Cat, in other words. I don't typically stream here. We're multiple personality. And usually it's Tucker streaming. But I decided to come out specially for this game. Nice to meet you too. And thanks for coming by. Thank you as well to, oh. Sorry, I forgot your name. Let me scroll. Yeah, kinda. Thank you very much. So they were in your stream and you were playing too, so you brought the dev along to here. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you for considering that. I should go back to lurking and make lunch. Quite fair. I need to think about food after this stream myself. What to have? Enjoy your lunch, though. I'll be streaming a bit longer here. I think I'm going to reach a stop point at some point. Hedgico was telling me there's a good stopping point. We do have some other games to play today. Oh, right, I need to have a key card. But, yeah, thanks for coming by, both you and Hedgico. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. Raids are always appreciated. In fact, I don't think I've ever had a raid when I've streamed, as I don't stream very much myself. Also, I just realized I missed 2 things, not just one. Because I also forgot to go back to that one computer. So there's some intentions for console releases later. That seems appropriate. This game would fit very nicely on the Switch. It's very all ages family friendly. I could easily see an adult and a child, you know, like a parent and a kid, playing this together and having a good time, even with the different levels of skill and such. Very good family game, I would say. Let's see. Yes, I go here first. Right. Well, I do hope you guys do well. We enjoyed the demo. We played the demo some time back, and we quite liked it. Very good demo, by the way. Just the right amount of content, I'd say. Alright, let's see what's in this. Note to self. It's been, well, I've lost count of the months that have passed since the hostile takeover. Why am I writing this? For myself, I suppose. There's no one else who will read this. The absurdity of this situation is not lost on me. I'm not incarcerated. I could choose to walk out at any time. But the litigious onslaught that could await me is breathtaking in its comprehensive nature. Igneous's lawyers are numerous and indefatigable. Never heard that word before. As I contemplate yet another day chained to this desk in the bowels of the earth, I once more lament the choice of Flagrante Plumbing Solutions to come in and block our toilet. That's how this all started, huh? What an interesting the story is quite interesting, too. That a plumbing company took over all this and did all this. I'm quite curious how that even happened. See you later, sheep. Speaking of which, do I have the other sheep here? Grab the battery. There isn't a grate on the way. For battery. Right. Battery, battery, battery. I do have the other sheep here. Did you see that for a frame there, the cat glitched to the side of it? I'm noticing little animation glitches. The animation's amazing in this game, but there are little glitches I see now and then. Maybe it's a frame rate thing, I don't know. So for this, yes. But I only have one battery. See you later, Omni. Ah, but I can open that now. I understand. I understand how I do this now. Thank you for the battery hint. I kind of forgot that we were leaving one behind. And now you can open the chesty chest. The what? No, I'm just confused what they mean by chesty chest. I don't know which chest they refer to with that. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to delete that. I didn't mean to stumble towards that. Whoops. You don't have to interact with it, just touching it is enough to make that go away, if you're wondering. So I believe if both cats pick up the battery and then one drops them, that'll delete one of the batteries. So I'll leave that other one in the socket as well. Until I've moved this over here. Right. Now, what do you mean by chesty chest? You mean this thing up here? I'm sorry, what did some of those chips do? They bounced all the way down and then came back. Interesting. It actually prevents you. I see. So was that what you meant by the chesty chest, or am I still missing something here? I know, but I was just double checking that's what you meant. I guess it's technically. I don't know. I never clocked this as a chest. I guess it is one, sort of, but it looks more like a machine against the wall rather than a chest. At least in my opinion. I'm going to bring a battery now. Wait, I can't. Delete it. Right, now we can go. I'm guessing this is a sneak preview of other areas, other locations we can visit. The zoom tubes. Data chest, technically. I guess that means it's a chest, yes. Very long ride, isn't it? Right. Oh, that's what you meant. You know, that's a little faster than the zoom tube. Wait, can I bring batteries with me? I probably can. So that me quitting this entire time was completely pointless. I see. I didn't realize you meant there was that sort of fast travel point. I thought you meant one of those fast travel points that was a closed elevator I can't even access until later on in the game. I thought that's what you meant by fast travel. I thought you meant one of those locked-down fast travels that will only be useful later on in the game, 5 hours in. Because I know there are a few of those as well. I have a battery. It'll just get deleted. Maybe I should leave it where it was. Actually, wait. Is there a use of a battery up here? I don't think so. Whatever. Just leave it there. I don't know. CEO office? I thought this was surface access. West Story CEO office. I was wondering what this part you were talking about might be. Because I haven't seen a clear breakpoint for myself yet. The mag tube, okay. And a door to open the other side, got it. Platforms. Game, are you good? It definitely janks when it loads sometimes, the bigger rooms. Okay, I can go right through there. Also, this is all built in a giant cavern, so I can... Which means only one thing, of course. I feel as if the camera sometimes pulls in such positions that I can barely see where I'm going, but that's fine, I guess. And by the way, is up or down forward progress? I'm going down assuming this is the optional direction. I'm not really sure. Okay, I think this is the way forward now. I don't know that for a fact. Fuck it, I'll just go up here. No? That's just the way back up. The door ups. I mean, I'm trying to reach the surface, so I went down. Ah, this is where this goes. Alright. I was wondering if this being a tube would lead here. That's just the way back up to a button. Are you having a slight delay? I just noticed your messages seem to, like, lag behind what I'm doing a little bit. I can't walk past the light. I don't have any drop frames, just double checking. Alright, we already went up there. By the way, what do you guys think of the contextual jumping system? I kind of feel I would personally enjoy just jumping around on my own behalf, personally. The contextual jumping, it's fine. It's fine. But there is something to note. Here, like, this would be a slightly tricky jump, but there's like, yes, the contextual jumping means you always succeed at the jump, but it also means there's always a delay. 1001, a full second delay between each jump. So every time I want to jump, I have to wait 1 second. That doesn't sound that bad, but this game has so many jumps that I'm starting to notice it and feel like, nah. Though it is probably good for younger players to not mess up their jumps, I suppose. By the way, I appreciate something. Do you notice this? Essler should notice this too. In darkness, the void cat, the void, they show up nicely. They have a sheen. So even in darkness, you can easily pick out the cat, even if they're wearing the black cat skin. Level fucking 5. This is, I don't like the backtracking too much. I mean, the aspect of backtracking. We have now seen a level 1, 2, and 5 machine that you must backtrack for. Okay, in that case, you know what I would say? I don't think I'll ever backtrack until I have all of them. If there's 5 fucking levels of these things, I don't think I'll backtrack for any of them until I have the level 5 one. Because why would I bother to backtrack to an area to get a level 1, then backtrack to it again to get a level 2, and then backtrack it again to level 5? Nah, no thanks. Oh, it's on paper. Ah, light reading. Let's see. The Titan is unmoved. Excerpt. Galdi raised his head, tears in his eyes. But the workers, will they not suffer? Jack did not look back. A choice that all make when they are birthed to this world. Let them suffer. What remains? To whom must the people of the world look for suffrage, if not their governments and social structure? At this, Jack did look back, turning a strong neck to reveal a handsome face. To the leaders of corporations, to the CEOs and directors, those are the best of us. Gatney wept, for he knew this to be true. Those at the very top of the corporate structure had attained this position through hard work and superior genes. To these men, a king's ransom was too little reward. They deserved it all and more, but they were in a real sense like the true kings of society. Galtney's tears fell recklessly to the dirt, and were absorbed like so much toil in the communal workforce of lies. Jack, much like the titular Titan, was unmoved. Is this from an actual book? A book made by rich assholes for rich assholes. It certainly seems to be that way. Is this from something? You might end up there passively. If the game weaves itself back there at the right time, then sure. But I get the impression... Well, it just doesn't make sense to me to have these, like, collectible chests you can only access later. If the game brings me back to that area so I can get the chests, alright. It doesn't feel particularly rewarding, I would say, though. All it is a little gate check. I can't like I can walk right up to those chests right now. But I can't obtain their goodies because I don't have an arbitrary gate key. This is not an interesting gate key. This is not an interesting progression lock. In my opinion. It's just something I backtrack to later when I have the correct key. Man, not a fan. There's nothing interesting about it. Even if I get brought back through this area and it's convenient to me, it's still just a random deviation of my normal path to wherever I'm actually trying to go. To open that thing and then leave. There's nothing interesting about that. There's no additional puzzle in front of the chest that I can come back and sink my teeth into. It's just... there it is. Also CEO's office, by the way. And his bathroom. Yeah, CEO office. Susan, this office I found is fancy. Ooh, you must be near the surface then. A fancy office fit for a CEO would be close to the fresh air. And I'll be one step closer to that fresh air once I've got the elevator up and running. Alright. Fancy, smashy... There's a piggy bank. Igneous. Alright, let me hop up here. Oh, I don't need it. Oh. That was interesting. You all saw that. Let's try something stupid. I actually got stuck by the chair. Only through the power of quantum physics was I able to escape. But I just want to try something. Okay, it's refusing to move properly now. Perfect. Let's see. That's clever. I was seeing if I could get the chair in the way of the jumping arc to get it to the top shelf, and then have the cat jump through the chair and cause it to absolutely freak out. However, the game does seem to consider the chair's position and stop me, so never mind. Expensive whiskey? Not anymore. Chess game? I won. That's a consequence of what we're in the business called the underfooties. Why? Oh, I didn't mean to stand on the Roomba. Well, that just kind of happened. Golf? Hole in one. I'm sorry. What the hell is this? What exactly are you doing? I guess Igneous doesn't like cats. At least he missed. Okay, how pretentious can you be to have two different chess games going on at the same time? I'm secret. I'm in a secret place. You'll never find me. Let's see. Oh, let's do this. Knock 1,000 things over. Bad at stealth. Good at cat. Of course I'm good at cat. Thanks for noticing, game. There, I got rid of the darts as well. Well, I've left the Roomba a bit to work on. This guy deserves worse, given the cat and dartboard thing. The elevator over there is the turning point. Oh yeah? Look at this man. Let's see. What a ponce. Clover axis. How many cards are there? Moon, Clover, Chevron, Diamond, Star. And I don't have access to his profile. Why? I mean, I guess there's backtracking still to be done. It's backtracking. Yes, of course it is. Level 5. Yeah, there's both chests and doors that can be opened with a level access things, which I guess means that you can unlock more puzzles by backtracking. I just personally feel like these environments are not very well designed for backtracking. These areas feel great to... Let me put it this way. Is Super Mario Bros. 1 designed like a Metroidvania? No. It's a linear path where you go from one end to the other. And that is more or less what these levels are designed like. There are, of course, branching paths, but they tend to go to a dead end, and then you go back to the main path, if you have noticed. Luigi's Mansion is designed like a Metroidvania either, is it? We haven't played it. But I assume you're right. Alright, which way's forward? Possibly that way. What's over here? Ah. I think the environments are visually well designed, by the way. Even, like, I very much compliment the visual design here. But, at the same time, I just feel as if there sure is a lot of random walking. We've had a lot going on already. At least I can... Oh, I've been here, haven't I? At least I can't press these vending machines. As if I have hit them before. Perhaps it'll double back on itself, but... I suppose there's also this point to make. Do I have a map? Ah, here we are. Excellent news, Natalie. Who would have thought such a random event as discovering the old laboratory would lead to where we are now? I'm salivating at the prospect of all the extortion we can get up to now. It's going to be highly illegal. No, for your secretary. Do you want me to keep that last bit in? Mr. Fangshorn. Mr. Fangshorn won't. The construction of production shipping is complete. Everything is ready for the big switch on in around a month's time. Old laboratory, huh? I just realized something. How do I know when I have enough... Ah, I see. Clearance. Profile hack. Igneous. 17%. I see. So we have all these different... I see. All these hacks. Clearance. Level 1, 2, 3, and 5. Never mind 4, I guess. You don't currently have a map. Ah, we still are in the tutorial phase. Is what you mean. Doesn't this feel a bit long for a tutorial phase? We've been playing for about 3.5 hours or so. How long is the game's tutorial? You reached the game's credits. Congratulations, you completed the tutorial. You haven't even seen the cameras yet. Yes, they did exist in the demo, but they aren't here yet. Exactly where do we draw the line for a demo if it takes you 4 hours to finish... I'm sorry, where do you draw the line for tutorial if it takes you 4 hours to finish the tutorial? This room's a transition. I can tell because of the music stopping. Susan, I've got some bad news. What? What is it? I've made a surface access. I'm on the way up and I'll see you shortly. Ah, Mittens, you gotta stop doing this. My nerves can't handle it. Sorry, Susie, I couldn't resist. There is no sound but the jingle of the bell and the steps of my feet. Freight loading dock. Service access, freight loading dock, maintenance. It's been a 5-hour tutorial and it isn't over yet. Okay, how long would you say the tutorial actually lasts then? Since I won't be able to find out today. What do you consider the end of the tutorial? What does that even mean? You don't know. I consider the end of the tutorial when I went through orientation, personally. It keeps putting out new stuff. That's because it's a puzzle game. Technically, you're always being tutorialized by new elements in a good puzzle game, right? Ah, so I don't think that's us. It doesn't look right. It's you. What have you done to the elevator? I am sorry, Shadowcat says. I cannot let you go. Why? You are the only one who can stop what is happening. What? What is happening? The end. The end of all possibility. You must explore further, go deeper. The end of all possibility. The true quantum end, I suppose. Yeah, I think, Rose, I don't think Hedgigo understands what a tutorial is. Games can introduce new stuff, that doesn't mean you haven't left the tutorial. I think we've left the tutorial when we learned the basics of the quantum state, aka orientation. I'd say that is the establishing baseline that would count as a tutorial. Susan, I've got some bad news. Oh, what are you crying about this time? Is there a wolf? I'm serious. The elevator went into freefall. I'm stuck deep in the facility. Oh, crumbs. It was a shadow cat. It jumped into a quantum computer and disrupted its circuitry. But not only that, it spoke to me. It can talk? Yep. It said I'm the only one who could stop what is happening. I'm hesitant to ask, what is happening? According to the shadow cat, the end of all possibility. That doesn't sound good. No, not terribly. And there's a save. Okay. I think I'll call it here, guys. We did hit the stopping point, yes. Sorry about that. You are... It's alright, Hedgigo. You are overexcited and slightly overambitious. It's alright, though. I don't mind. I appreciate your help all the same. That is a good stopping point. So the way I feel about this game is I think it's really well composed. I think they could definitely work on the physics object. Oh, I should have mentioned that. I didn't mention that. When Abandoned Sheep was here, I should have mentioned the whole physics load issue. I forgot to say it to them. Hopefully they watched the video. Well, I think it's quite nice, except for the physics issue causing some load, which could be easily reduced heavily. I would also say that I'm not 100% on the level design. Like, I think the puzzles are fine. In fact, they're quite enjoyable, but it does feel like there's a number of rooms which only exist so that I have a cinematic shot to walk through. And that's fine now and then. But I was noticing there was quite a few rooms where I did not feel like I was doing much else than some boring parkour. And I will be blunt. If the game just wants me to jump up and down objects, honestly, I don't find that very interesting. Here's the thing. It's not even like active jumping. You hold a direction, maybe hold a button before holding a direction, and then you do the jump after a little bit. And that's all it is, really. It's actually kind of uninvolved. It is very similar to, like, Link's jumping in Ocarina of Time. But when you think about Ocarina of Time, jumping was a means to an end. The game didn't overly focus on platforming. Not generally. And if it did, it was mixing in puzzles along the way. Such as I hit the switch, I gotta jump these platforms quickly before the timer runs out. Or something like that. So, in my opinion, this game's a little too obsessed with its cinematic go-through-room moments, where all you're doing is jumping or walking. I personally felt like the actual puzzle solving was rather spread out. It's like you have the good puzzle solving, and then you have some admittedly cool looking rooms. You have some very cool looking rooms, but after a while, looking at cinematic rooms while doing basic jumping, just, I don't know, it gets boring after a little while, I feel. That's just my opinion. Again, if the jumping was more active, I would find it engaging. Such as those like the movie and platform section, for instance, a perfect example there. That room wasn't very interesting. If I had to manually jump and I could fall off and have to reset because I fell into the pit, then I would be more engaged. But since all going across those platforms, all it was just hold direction and wait. You couldn't fall off. You couldn't even jump until the game decided you can. I think contextual jumping kind of feels lame to me. At least if I'm going to play a cat game, I'd prefer to jump on things as I wish, not based on a prompt. But that's just my opinion on that. Again, I wouldn't probably even be complaining about it if the game wasn't so focused on, well, jumping around with this context system. Because it is. It's really focused on that. If it was more I feel like it should focus more on its puzzle solving. Maybe it will later, but yeah. Like, I was fine with... I actually rather enjoyed, like, the orientation rooms where there wasn't really any jumping around. You were just actually doing puzzle solving. There's a number of puzzles that did involve the jumping outside of orientation. But a lot of those just felt like busy work, unfortunately. Grab battery. Carry it a long distance. Put it in another slot. Move the other cat around a long distance to get them around the room. A lot of it is spatial finagling. Spatial finagling is a lot of the puzzle solving here. And what that basically means is taking the longest path possible so you can actually get something done. And when you get down to it, that's a little tedious if it's overdone. Which I feel like it kind of is alongside all these, again, cinematic walking rooms, effectively. Because the jumping system is effectively just walking, but you hold a direction to jump sometimes. It really is. It's not really jumping and platforming. It's just walking. It is effectively walking when you're jumping. Because you can do it with just an analog stick, so... With the exception of when you have to hold a trigger first, because there's options to jump to. You have to select an option by holding a trigger, which honestly just slows it down more. I didn't care for that either. I'm perplexed why they don't just let you jump. I wonder why it's all contextual based. I don't know. It changes the flow of things a little bit. I feel like it simply takes too long to traverse a room thanks to that. Not really it takes too long to traverse a room, but it takes too long to traverse 10 rooms, 20 rooms, 30 rooms. You start to notice it add up, that little extra time where you have to go through the prompt of jumping before it actually happens. That little charge up, you know. That being said, I do think the game's puzzle solving, I think the game's visuals, the story seems interesting too. I am curious what the overall plan is, and the Ghost Cat just introduced the idea that the end of the universe might be coming due to quantum shenanigans being overdone, I assume, by this little group of companies, one of which seems to be quite evil. But I don't know. What do you guys think of the game? Think about that, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I think it's quite good. Honestly, I'm being picky, because I am picky. That is my thing. I am particular. I want things done right. And if there's an element that doesn't work, I like it changed. I like cooking. And if I'm cooking something and I find out one element doesn't work, then hell and high water, I'm going to change it. Even if it's overall still very good. I don't want that one bad element. I don't want that one boring, dull part of the recipe to exist. And in this case, I consider that to be the contextual jumping. Really doesn't do a lot for me, especially with how it's used. But otherwise, very nice game. I think that if it picks up on the puzzle solving, my issues would probably reduce with it. I don't know. We have played 4 hours or so, though, and I don't actually know if I want to continue. That's the thing. I kind of do and I kind of don't. Again, I'm particular. I think that maybe Tucker would continue it, perhaps, but yeah, I personally feel... And again, the reason I was complaining... I should put this into context. I was also complaining about the access things. The things that require an access level 1, 3, 5, whatever. I think that the reason I was complaining about those, about the idea of having to go back to old areas much later and get those things opened, for optional goodies. The reason that bothers me, specifically, is the movement system bothering me. If I could move on my own volition, jump around very agilely as I wish, and maybe if I could run, like there's a sprint button as well, then I wouldn't mind backtracking for those chests. But because the movement system is kind of just passe to me, honestly, I'm not really interested in oh, I get to use the clunky movement system to go backtrack to old areas. Wonderful, great. I love doing that. Thank you so much. In other words, that's the reason those chests and extra doors bother me, because I just do not have any interest in backtracking with this movement system, basically. So that's why I was complaining about them. It's not so much the fact that you can backtrack for items. That's fine if you want to do that. But, it's the movement system itself that makes me dislike that feature, to be more clear. But yes, I think this game is completely fine. I'm sure some people would have little issue of what I'm talking about, but it is a control issue. It's a play issue. I think simultaneously this game's controls are bad and good, because I think this whole contextual jumping control thing is lame. But at the same time, I love how the cats are handled. I assume that the contextual jumping is due to the cats, though, as well. The fact that you can split the cats easily with the analog sticks, combine them by pressing the sticks together, etc. Very cool. I'm guessing that the reason there isn't a proper jump button is because there's going to be situations in which the two quantum cats both need to do jumps at the same time or staggered or such, and thus the contextual jumping works better when you're controlling two cats, compared to trying to figure out if there's a jump button available for those two cats. That being said, the left trigger is used for one cat, the right trigger is used for the other, so they can pick up items individually. But I'd like to note that controller has two triggers on each side. The other trigger isn't really used for anything. So I personally would just tie a jump button to the triggers. Basically, left front trigger jump, right front trigger jump, left back trigger pick up items, right back trigger pick up items, and now I can jump with both cats. Personally, that's what I would do. Because we have two shoulder buttons on each side, but only one is actually being used for the gameplay. And that is the pickup button. So I don't see any reason why. I suppose it would be tricky to direct two different cats two different directions and also do jumps. So I think the contextual jumping thing is fine for a concept to make it easier. But I also kind of feel like this should be... Let's take a look here. I'm just going to check something before I talk further. Enable parkour auto jump. When able to chat auto. Wait a minute. What happens if I turn this off? I don't know. Let's find out. Zelda, yes, but what does it replace with if I turn it off? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, no, it's still contextual, but now I have to press LB. Oh, right. So, left trigger and right trigger are pickup items. Left button and right button are tied to contextual jumping stuff. So, technically, the upper triggers are being used for something, but it's part of the contextual system for jumping. So if the contextual system for jumping was turned off and those were just dedicated jump buttons, that would also work, because it's just replacing one jump feature for another in the controls. So in other words, the auto jump makes this actually better. If you turn that off, it actually becomes even slower to do the jumping, technically. So yes, you do kind of want that on. But hi Epic, you've asked that a couple times. Good morning. It's mostly good, but I do not like the controls. At the same time, I like the controls. I like the controls when it comes to splitting the cats and controlling them separately, but I hate the controls when it comes to any jumping or parkour. The game is so parkour heavy, but I don't enjoy the parkour, and that's the problem. Movement whiskers active helps the cat avoid obstacles. Maybe more annoying than helpful. I mean, there's plenty of accessibility and settings here, and I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that quite a bit. But do you notice how there's no option for... Yes, the jumping is always contextual. There's no way to make it. There's no way to simply jump at will. It is completely contextual and will always be contextual. There's no way to change that. And thus, thus, even with all these control options, my problem still exists. But, you know, that's just my opinion. I figured I'd check that. I figured I'd check real fast to make sure there was no other option. Didn't want the players to see a cat falling down a pit. I mean, they could just do a sad meow and then have them respawn with no harm. There's no health bar in this. So I feel like a pitfall would just respawn you on a platform harmlessly. You get what? When's the last time you've seen a cat climb a ladder? They can do that if they want to. Especially if it's one of those slanted ladders. They can certainly climb it. Why do you say that? They'd have to put those there for all the pits the player can jump. No. Just have the player... Actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of weird that the game... You know, a game like this, I would expect it to have mentioned during its tutorials, if you get stuck, hold this to reset the puzzle or something. Anyways, yes, I would just think there'd be a reset button for those situations, maybe. Doesn't make sense for the pits of the... This literally had pits you were jumping between via moving platforms. Of course, you can't fall into them. But there are pits in this game, so... Honestly, I kind of liked Essler's opinion, by the way. I know Essler was excited to play this as well. What does Essler feel about the movement system? Oh, well, there's not that many pits, no fair. In most cases, if you can fall down to a place, that's a place you are meant to still be. So in most cases, you're concerned about the cat slipping off to somewhere. It wouldn't be a big deal. I suppose there's one situation in which having full freedom jumping would be a bad thing. There are a few times where we crossed in the upper section of a room before then going down to it later. So if you could fall off a ledge down to the lower section, you would skip something. To be fair, though, if they don't want you down there and it's a long fall, they could just do a fade out reset back to the top platform if they didn't like the fall you did. I mean, that could be easily done. Esther liked it made sense for his puzzle game, he said. He did say that. I just wondered if he has the opinion off of my opinion. The controls are something you really have to experience. Honestly, you can, though. There's a free demo. So go check that out if you're interested. You can see what I mean by the parkour. It's functional. Generally, it doesn't... Like, there's a few times it went the wrong direction on me. But... It's fairly functional. I just find it boring. And again, the game, I feel like it just went through too many cinematic areas, too many, oh, yeah, we're just going to walk through here. This is a cool room, but we're just going to walk through here. We're not really going to do puzzles. And I would like the puzzle design to have less busy work in it, personally. I kind of feel like a lot of these puzzles are constructed what is the maximum distance the player can walk having to solve this puzzle? Kind of has that vibe to me. I would like puzzles that are a little bit... I'm not saying I want them easier. I just want them to be... I don't know. A little less tedious, I suppose. But that's just my thoughts. Schrodinger's Cat Burglar is a very good game all the same. Despite what I'm saying. I am just harping my complaints because I suppose as a cat, I'd like to control this character like a cat. And they are a cat, and they control... the cat energy is strong in this one, but the contextual jumping is boring for cat gameplay, in my opinion. For the purposes of cat gameplay and cat spirit, I should be able to jump wherever I damn well please with a press of a button, in my opinion. But that's it. Schrodinger's Cat Burglar. I do hope it picks up, though. I do hope it picks up and actually focuses down on its puzzle solving a bit more. I kind of feel like it doesn't... I don't know if it wants to be a puzzle game or an exploration game. I'm a little unsure. And you can have both. I mean, look at Zelda sometimes. But I kind of... I don't know. I kind of feel like the pace of it wants to be linear, sort of, but at the same time, it doesn't want to be linear. So I don't really know where it wants to be. I suppose. Maybe I would learn by playing more, but that was a good enough playthrough for now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I do recommend this game. Assuming, of course, that you are less bothered by the control scheme than I am. The game is, by the way, let's look at the price. It is $17.99 USD. Currently, it is not on. No, it is on sale. Introductory offer 10%. I believe that means it'll go back to $20 when it's off sale. I think it's completely fair for that price. I see this much as more of a puzzle game than a platform game myself. Yes, I agree with you, Fair, but the game sure throws a lot of platforming in despite not really being about platforming. Thus, that's why the tedium introduces for me. But, in any case, I hope you all enjoyed. Go check it out if you're interested. Maybe check out the demo if you're not sure, which I'd recommend actually first. And, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll do another game at some point, but I think I'm good for today. Yeah.